What's up, everybody, and welcome to the SaveState, a channel about all the things you love in nerd culture. My name is Landon Barton. I've got John Klein and Ryan Royal here. And be aware, Spoilercast, we're talking about Daredevil. We've all fully watched all episodes 1 through 13. So we're going to break this down, talk about what we loved about it, what we didn't like about it, and there's going to be a lot of spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, turn away now, go watch it, and then come back here and hang out with us in the comments and talk about it. So, what did you guys think? Overall, first impressions from start to finish.
That is incredible. That is an incredible show, start to finish. The action scenes were incredible. The cinematography blew my mind. I haven't seen any sort of superhero show that has used those kind of shots and this kind of color contrasts and everything. So, from a nerd perspective, awesome. But from kind of a cinematography aspect, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, all those tight shots that they were working with, everything is up in your face. When a punch lands, you feel it from the video to the sound design, everything as well. Overall, my big impression, again, loved it. I was hard pressed to find anything that I didn't like about it. There were a couple episodes that I felt pacing were a little bit slower than others, but that's a TV show that kind of comes with the territory of it. I think that the way that they addressed the greater Marvel universe, because this takes place in the Marvel. This takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and in the first episodes, when they reference the incident, they don't directly talk about the Chitauri invasion of New York, but it's definitely set up that the events of Avengers 1 has caused the problems in Hell's Kitchen that has inspired Matt Murdock to step up even more his mission to save his city. And
allowed for certain mobsters that control construction.
Exactly. That was it was brilliant.
Which is so good. So I really, I'm just like you guys. I thought this was a brilliant television show. Like, it really set a new standard for what a superhero television show could do. Now, because I really love watching The Flash and Green Arrow, or Arrow, sorry. Coming out of watching Daredevil and coming back to Arrow, which Arrow tries to do what Daredevil does, but still has to fall under a lot of the tropes that the CW kind of has to have within the teen dramas show and whatnot. At the end of the day. So it was a little bit of a culture shock to go back to Arrow,
just because of the freedom that they have with the storytelling in Daredevil to what they're kind of constrained with on Arrow.
Yeah.
And that's Netflix traditional right there.
Oh yeah, look at House of Cards. Look at Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Even
they're not set to a specific time frame either. Like, one episode will be 48 minutes, the next one will be 52.
I thought the 52 minute episode that felt real nice. I felt we got just the right balance of story, right balance of action.
Yeah, but you can tell that they're not under pressure to conform to any sort of format, which is what I love about. That's what I'm looking forward to for Iron Fist and Jessica Jones things.
So now we've kind of briefly touched on the cinematography that you thought was absolutely gorgeous, which I totally agree. And the fight scene in, was it episode 2?
The hallway scene?
That was shot one shot.
That was gorgeous.
Everybody keeps comparing it to the movie Old Boy, and just the brilliant cinematography and choreography that goes along with that. Which that leads me into the choreography of the fight scenes. What did you guys think of some of the fight scenes in this?
Fight scenes, or Matt Murdock gets the shit kicked out of him every single episode.
But when Matt Murdock, Daredevil, lands a flying flip kick, God, I feel that.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that in almost every episode. I was like, where is it? Where is it? And then he'll go, phew, like that. I'm like, get him.
It's so good.
I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. I love and I watch all the old kung fu subtitled movies, Enter the Dragon, all that stuff. And you look through fight history in television, and there's kind of a similarity always back to that almost Power Rangers kung fu choreography that everything kind of gets pigeonholed into. And I loved watching Daredevil because it broke that mold.
It felt more like the fight style from Batman in Batman Begins through Dark Knight Rises, where it was a lot of kind of the elbows and it just felt a little bit more brutal.
And I would take it even once. I love the fight choreography in the Batman movie. And I'm just as big a Batman fan as you, but how they tied in Murdoch's boxing history, his being taught by his father and learning how to box. You would see him land these massive kicks and things like that he was taught by Stick, which was a phenomenal character. By the way, this interpretation of Stick, his trainer.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Anyway, like those big flying kicks, but then it's these massive 1-2 punch combos and things like so.
And I loved how
done.
How he would like try to maintain contact with whoever he was beating the crap out of.
Oh yeah.
So that he just had a better perspective on where he was.
Speaking of perspective, yes, I did. Speaking of the perspective thing, how did you feel about how they treated the Daredevil sense, enhanced power type things?
Yeah. Okay. So
before we even get into that, for like the best part about this that I was super excited about was that they treated him as a superhero and not as like, let's try to make this realistic.
Yeah.
Like they took it to the supernatural level.
But at the same time, they didn't give him Daredevil vision.
No. Yeah.
And
Sonar. Right?
Yeah.
I thought
where
that
everything goes red and
I thought they were gonna give him sonar and he could like ping, and he'd ping the room and he'd see everybody, just kind of like how you traditionally thought, Daredevil did it.
Right,
but instead he's listening for, like, his hearing is huge. You can hear people's heartbeats, if they're dying, if they're sick. It's
you're wearing Gold Spice.
Yeah.
You haven't showered in 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Both of those are true.
So now we've broken down some of the cinematography, some of the choreography, just our overall feelings towards the show. Let's talk about some of the characters. What did we think of the actor who portrayed Matt Murdock?
Charlie Cox is amazing.
Charlie Cox did a phenomenal job. There's no other Matt Murdock. Just like we look at RDJ as Tony Stark, Charlie Cox is Matt Murdock.
Do we anticipate seeing him? I know he's advocating for it.
In the cinematic universe?
Yeah, in a cameo, something.
I think we're going to get to Avengers Infinity War Part 2, and I think we're going to see the Defenders. I think we're going to see Daredevil. I think we're going to see Jessica Jones, right?
Yeah, they're going to
I think we're going to see Luke Cage. I think we're going to see Iron Fist. I think it's going to have... I think when we get to that, I think we're going to see a tiered level. We're going to see on Earth with the Defenders. I think we're going to see the classic Avengers. I think we're going to see the new Avengers. I think we're going to see the Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's this massive...
Suiting the whole, like, superhero fad doesn't just, like, fall out.
That's true. By 2019 or whatever it is.
Right. So we all collectively, I fully agree with you guys. Charlie Cox did a great job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's flip the script to the actor who played Kingpin. Fitz.
Oh, yeah.
What do we think about that?
Okay. Can you pronounce his name? Anybody pronounce his name?
No.
I just remember him as Gomer Pyle in Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
And he's on CSI or something now.
Yeah.
And
he's in Jurassic World too, isn't he?
Jurassic World. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in the new one. He's got a beard.
Yeah.
That's how William Fisk makes all of his money, is with Jurassic Park.
That's right.
And then he ends up coming back.
Figured it out.
Oh, see.
No, but I thought I may be in the minority, and I felt kind of like this on the internet too. That I enjoyed it. I thought the rage.
Sure.
And the fear swimming around inside him, and the way that he interacted with
the car door in that dude's head. That was quite the interaction.
My jaw was on the floor that entire.
Yeah.
And they didn't cut it short either. It was drawn out.
You felt the
viciousness.
Sound design in that scene.
His relationship.
Sound design in the whole show.
His relationship with Vanessa, right? Is it okay.
Vanessa.
Phenomenal. I think.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Listen, he was a great character. William Fisk was a great character. Okay, the Kingpin is not human. The Kingpin is a vicious, dirty, violent. He doesn't have a reason for being evil and violent. He just is. He's this huge kingpin that doesn't care about anybody else. And that's where I was kind of like... I kind of really like. It's cool. The character development for William Fisk was amazing. How upset when he kills his dad, and when he's starting this relationship with this girl. I thought it was beautifully done. But to me, that's not the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Kingpin is big, bulky, emotionless. He gets pissed off at Spider-Man every now and again.
So I'm in between you guys. I loved the fact that they gave him a backstory and they gave me a reason to care about this character past just you need to be this evil maniacal thing, like, because that's not a compelling villain, right? And especially all the villains that we're being presented with, for the most part, minus, because he's not as maniacal as the Joker. The Joker, there's no reason for you to care about a villain like the Joker. The Joker just needs to be insane to be insane.
That's true.
And giving the Joker a backstory, get that shit out of here. I don't need
that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He just wants to watch the world burn.
With the Kingpin, though, like, I feel like them giving him a backstory and giving him a reason to be kind of the way he is, that's brilliant, because it made me care about this. And then also when he becomes, you see his true self, then it's that much more impactful. I will say they used way too much of his backstory. They focused on him for far too many episodes, being this puppy dog faced character who's just trying to get with the woman. And,
I just want to help the people.
So I felt like they stayed on that way too long, and I liked all the Easter eggs where the explanation behind the painting that he kept staring at, and
that was
the wall
awesome.
that he was in timeout. That was brilliant, and the fact that it was white, because you don't get until the very last episode, like the last scene, Kingpin in the full white outfit. That alluding to his
I was
actual
really
suit,
waiting for that,
which was good. But you didn't get it until basically the final scene.
Speaking of suits,
let's
talk about the Daredevil costume in the final episode, and they make us wait for it.
Yeah. It's good. I like it. I liked the explanation behind, like, okay, the red parts are I can't remember which one it was. I think the black could stop more, and the red was a little bit more flexible, and you could
maybe stop a knife. I like the fact that they brought Gladiator in to make because he was kind of the costume maker for those New York honed superheroes, and the way that they tied in the very loose light material for Wilson Fisk's armor and him using that and things like that. The costume design, though, I'm still not 100%.
I wish he had either red or white eyes and not black eyes in the suit. That's the almost the only thing I can complain about with it.
I've always loved the Daredevil outfit, I mean, except for the red and gold one in the classic, because it's pretty awful.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think I just got so used to the full ninja mask. It was just so cool and so simple, and I almost kind of wished that like they didn't have the eyes. Maybe keep the horns, make them a little bit more like the Frank Miller bat horns on the cowl.
I like the horns that they did.
You did? I don't know.
I'm in the camp that I like the suit. John, how do you?
It's growing on me. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know. I just like you. I just like the kind of soft material. Getting out there.
I will say though, the billy clubs.
Yeah.
God, the combination billy clubs that turn into the staff, really cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big Nightwing fan, so that's what to me.
For sure. How did we feel as we're kind of wrapping this up a little bit? How do we feel about the supporting cast? Foggy and Karen.
Foggy was great. I thought he was really lovable. He added a kind of a Xander type character to all the big stuff that's happening. Karen, she grew on me. I didn't like her at first.
Really? I liked her at first, and I didn't like Foggy, and then they kind of switched places further on down the line.
I'm really upset that Ben Ulrich died.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause he's a big...
I was super pissed when he died. The drama and the action in the episode was great, but I was like, oh, come on.
When that happened, though, I was pretty shocked.
Yeah, me too. Because he's such a key character in that universe.
So
not anymore is not.
So now to kind of wrap this up, and I want to ask the viewers at home as well. What do we expect to see out of season 2? Where do we see this going?
Oh, I've been thinking about that ever since it ended.
Elektra.
Okay.
He mentioned I had a Greek girlfriend, and it didn't quite work out. Totally Elektra. I think we're going to see Luke Cage. I think we're going to see Iron Fist. I think we're going to see Jessica Jones tying in, because those come out before when season 2 will drop.
Oh, I just got goosebumps thinking about Iron Fist.
Because they're setting up for The Defenders. I don't know if that's going to be a TV series or a movie, but it's going to be setting up for that. Yes, hopefully not too much. One of the things I loved about Daredevil was it wasn't like Thanos is in the background. Sure. It was, we're going to loosely touch on the incident, or
and it wasn't an origin story.
You don't have an iron suit, and you don't have a giant hammer type quips, things like that. It made reference to the greater universe, but it didn't like shove it in your face.
I can see him meshing really good with the Avengers.
Totally.
So what are you seeing for season 2, John?
Season 2, definitely Elektra, definitely Kingpin coming back, but whoever Styx was talking to,
Stone.
I don't know who that is.
Stick it so.
Shut up. Jeez.
No, that's the character in comic books.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cheesy, but that's comic books.
Although one thing that was kind of I didn't notice this at first. I had to go back and rewatch it, and I think we're going to see villain-wise in season 2.
Yeah.
The sniper that starts killing the cops when they're trying to frame Daredevil has a pack of cards.
Yeah.
And rumor goes that that's Bullseye.
Oh. That would be, he's one of my favorite villains. Yes, season 2, I would love to see Bullseye. Yeah. Not played by Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So what I really want to see out of season 2 is definitely a little bit more Kingpin, Kingpin experience. Like I want him in the white suit. I want to see some serious.
Yeah. This season could have broken him to get to that point that you were talking about. Honestly,
where he's just blank. Slave.
Definitely want to see that. Electro would be really cool. I could go either way for that. Yeah. It's interesting. But yeah, let us know in the comments, what do you guys want to see out of season 2? Hopefully there's some nice crossover between Luke Cage,
I really want to
Jessica
see
Jones.
Spider-Man show up.
I know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. It's not going to happen.
I know, but it'd be still really cool.
They're just fighting each other, and all of a sudden Spider-Man's like, I'll take care of it.
Everybody gets one.
Kicks him.
So, you guys can be damn sure that when Luke Cage and Jessica Jones comes out, we're going to do another spoiler cast, talk about that as well.
Fist.
So again, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought about Daredevil and what do you expect out of season 2. You can find out more from us. We're on Facebook. We're also on Twitter. Thank you, John. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, viewers. We'll see you guys next time.